Okay, this is going to be a quick video on if statements and conditionals in Java. So here we can see some of the conditionals in Java, and conditionals in Java will evaluate to do the same things they will in real life. So here we're going to use the less than operator, and it's just going to check A is less than B. If it is, it's going to return true. Otherwise, it's going to return false. It's going to be a Boolean value, which means there's only two possible things: true or false. Same thing with less than equals. Same thing with these. This one checks if they are equal. Make sure you're careful that you have double equals, because double equals checks for equality. Single equals is assignment. And then this one, you may have seen it, you may have not. This is the not equals operator. It's just going to check if they're the same. If they are the same, it's going to return false. If they are not the same, it's going to return true. So based on these conditionals, we can manipulate the control flow of our program. So I have a different video covering switch. Here we're going to cover if, else, and else if. So the if statement, what's going to happen is we're going to say if, and then the condition. So that can be an expression, that can be a direct Boolean value. But if that condition evaluates to true, we're going to execute whatever is in our if statement. If that condition evaluates to false, we're just going to skip right over it. So here we're going to say if 20 is greater than 18. If it is, we're going to print 20 is greater than 18, which it is, so we will. But if this were to be 18 and this were to be 20, we would just skip completely over this block of code, because that is a false statement. If false means we're just going to skip it. So let's look at an example. This is just a simple example. So let's look at this one. So we're going to have variable x equals 20 and variable y equal 18. So here it's going to be x greater than y. Yes, it is. So we're going to print x is greater than y because it's true. So let's say I reverse those. Let's say I'm going to say if y is greater than x. Now, is that true? No, because 18 is not greater than 20. So we're going to run it, and nothing prints because we just skipped right over it. So let's test one. Let's say if they're not equal. If they're not equal, it's going to run because they are not equal. Good. Okay. Next example, slightly more complicated. Here we have else if and else. So what else if does, if the if and else if blocks above it have evaluated to false, we're going to run this block. Or we're going to check this statement. If it's true, we're going to run whatever's in here, and then we're going to stop checking for this if, else block. So we run this, and then we don't need to check anything below it. If it's false, we need to keep going down. Now, else is going to be our last case. So if none of the previous ones match, we're just going to do whatever's in here. So let's run or look at this real quick. So age is 20. So if it's less than 13, we're going to print you're a child, or not. So we're going to keep going. If age is greater than 13 and age is less than 20, we're going to print you're a teenager. Be careful, this is less than, not less than equal to. This is not less than, so we're going to go to the next one. It's going to print you are an adult. So let's run it. It says you are an adult. We'll change that to 12. It's going to print you're a child because we're going to go in this one, and then it will not check these. Let's see. It prints you're a child. Last time, let's do 15. This one it'll print you're a teenager because it is greater than 13, and it's also less than 20. It says you're a teenager. Okay, that's it on it. If, else if, and else statements.